generally, I have quite a few Muslim friends that I've had throughout my life. So I have been able to kind of observe, certain things, right, from what they shared with me about their experiences, right? And while they're fasting, physically, they're weakened because they're fasting from certain things. But this is a specific type of sacrifice. And this is a certain spiritual elevation that they feel during this period in time. So mentally and spiritually, they feel a little bit more elevated than their norm, but physically they feel a little bit weakened. And this is the period in time, their religious observation period, for which they were attacked. Several strikes that occurred. During Ramadan, they're typically, I was informed that the teaching is for them to be peaceful. So not only do you attack their land, you attack them during a time of their religious observation. I don't think that was thought all the way through. I really don't. So yes, this is a time where we would need that modern day Olivia Pope because, yeah. So if Miss Condoleezza Rice is our modern day Olivia Pope, please bring her to the table. We need her to say it's handled and that all will be well, because the news is very concerning that is out there. But when I saw that she was in the White House, when I saw that she was being consulted, at least there was a little bit more comfort that came with that, because a lot of what we've been seeing online is, I did it and I don't have to answer about it. There's nothing that rhymes or reason, nothing that makes sense. Didn't align with what we understand should happen procedurally, domestically. International rules just seemed like they wasn't followed. So at least with Miss Condoleezza Rice being consulted, hopefully some actions will at least make sense. But if nothing else, what? She is our modern day Olivia Pope, and we ready to see that she handles it, right? Because with Olivia Pope, the whole conversation was wearing the right hat, right? Which is supposed to represent justice, right? Doing things the correct way. Let's hope that's what that kind of will mean. This is my overall interpretation and reflection of that, because once again, I was like, what? We got our modern day Olivia Pope. Y'all know, as a millennial, I was so geeked. I was so incredibly geeked. I want to see if there's anything else I had to put on my notes for y'all. So yeah, I guess I just want to say sometimes political debates are like really loud and kind of like in your face, but when global tensions rise, governments often consult people with like deep strategic experience, right? Expertise, like Miss Condoleezza Rice, our modern day Olivia Pope. And I just wanted to tie that back to, why does this moment feel like a real life Olivia Pope moment, right? Why does it feel like that? To a degree, it's kind of like, that's scary. That's super scary. But to another degree, you're like, okay, I hope that the level of expertise that she has is really being considered and utilized in a way that will, lead to a positive impact and to lead to situations where there's less harm happening out in the communities and out in the global world. Periodically you see me referencing my notes because I want to make sure I'm accurate and factual, y'all, because there's a lot of tea, y'all. We was getting into these receipts, baby, and I wanted to make sure I had it all right. So if you see me kind of looking at my phone, it's because I want to make sure my notes is right. Since I still got y'all, I just want to give y'all one just moment of inspiration as we talk about her being a modern day Olivia Pope. You never know, there might be some futuristic Olivia Popes that are out there. I just want to tell you this quick story about her. Interestingly enough, right, Condoleezza Rice originally planned to become a concert pianist before shifting into international strategy and eventually becoming one of the most influential national security figures in the U.S., right? She literally just so happened to go to a lecture and she heard about like the Soviet Union strategy and all of that kind of stuff, and something in her clicked. So you never know who may hear some of the debates, the rhetoric, the discussion, you never know who could be inspired by something that you're doing. So maybe I put this up and somebody like it, or maybe there's something that I would attend, or something that you're putting going out there that somebody may see and be like, wow, that's really interesting. They dive in and can become like a futuristic Olivia Pope. Let's hope that we are cultivating people who are going to be civically engaged, people who will be informed, people who will at least impart what they know and see and understand to others, so that we can have more lively discussion, so that we can bring about positive change in our community, and so that when the next generation is put into situations, that they are handling it with poise, grace, respect, with a sense of humanity, as a whole, and are upholding the laws that are in their native land and domestically. And with that being said, through the lens of this whole entire live, I just wanted to say I feel like we got our modern day Olivia Pope, and I'm so excited to see what's going to be happening. Just like on that Scandal show, and Kerry Washington did her thing in that role. I'm gonna be staying tuned to see what happens. I really hope that whatever strategic plan she puts into place, I know that with the wealth of knowledge, the body of knowledge that she has, that at least whatever happened should be proper and in good, decent order, and be handled a little bit better, right? We have talked about the discussion of why her. We have talked about why call in someone with Middle East expertise. We have talked about why this feels like a modern day Olivia Pope situation. We have talked about her extensive background. We have talked in a great length about quite a few things, even some Project 25 alignment, even some elements about why might they have picked certain points for consultation. I hope that you enjoyed this live. As always, I tell you, I will not keep you long. So guess what? I will give you the rest of your evening. This is Legally Everywhere. This is Adrian with Legally Everywhere. We are what? We are legally everywhere, looking into everything. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you like content like this, like the video, it lets YouTube know that you guys like this content, and it will also let YouTube know that you might recommend that other people watch this type of content or watch this video. If you really like the stuff that I'm putting down, go ahead and subscribe. Even share it with people that you know. It's always helpful for me to kind of see that people like it and it's going to different places. I know now that this channel, although it's smaller and new, it is going to a lot of places. It has consumption through like 20 different countries, which really just blows my little mind, that you all like my content enough that it's been shared in so many different places. But once again, I just thank you all for being a part of this community that I'm setting up here on this YouTube page. And I look forward to seeing what you all have to say in the comments. I will chop this up in packages so that we can have it as like a mini series as well, within the lens of the overall topic of what's going on. But I once again look forward to seeing you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Have a wonderful day. Welcome to Legally Everywhere, where we are what?